Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. I hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. All right. Lovely. In what's hidden. Thank you. Outcome and advice. Beautiful. All right. Let's take a look at your reading. In the past, a bunch of cards came out. We've got Empress energy in the past. Not wanting, it feels like there's this chaos that you're not interested in the past. You're focusing on what you want, what you desire in a very profound way in the past. After leaving behind a disappointing, heartbreaking scenario. Feels like there's heartbreak around a love connection in the past. Feels like the time that I'm tuned into, you're no longer putting in the fight. You're not fighting for this connection. You're focusing on something you desire. Feels like you're turning away from a connection that was very disappointing in the past. It feels like you didn't receive what you thought you were out of this relationship. Yeah, very unhappy with this past relationship. And it looks like the time I'm tuned into, you're really in your divine feminine energy, the Empress. And you're refocusing your attention, no longer disengaging from a relationship that was disappointing is the nicest and gentlest way. It just sucked. That's what I'm getting. Of course, you didn't enter the relationship with it sucking. But it feels just so disappointing. It feels like someone kind of, you stayed because this person sweet talked you, or you thought you could turn it around, you thought you could fix it. It feels like you were treated like an option in this connection. This was not your happily ever after. This was not your happiness at all. It feels like the time I'm tuned into, you're feeling resolute. You're recognizing that this relationship is never going to lead to your happiness. You're deciding you're an Empress. You don't want to be treated like an option. You're not going to fight to stay in this miserable space. Feels like you have to protect yourself from this person. The time I'm tuned into at the end here, it feels like you have to stay guarded against this person that's supposed to be for you, that you're the closest to. This is not a happily ever after. This is not a celebration. This is not a happy home. Wow. All right. It looks like I'm tuned into a relationship, a romantic relationship in the past that's ending. the time I'm tuned into. And it feels like the whole family, or there's a group around this person, and it feels like they're all they're in agreement with this other person who you're separating from. Feels like there's a lot of gossip. Oh, you're really isolated, ganged up on. The time I'm tuning into, it doesn't feel like there's anybody on your side. Feels like you're reworking things. You're learning a new way of being. You're seeing things differently. Feels like you're talking from that new vantage point, seeing things differently. And this group and this person do not like what you're learning. They do not like your new perspective, and they do not like you speaking up, speaking out, speaking your mind. I'm getting like a who gave you permission type of energy, and trying to put you back into your place. That's what this is. You're getting uppity. You need to be put back in your place. Ugh. This person and these people can't perceive you in Empress mode. Ooh, there's a real need to this is tough energy. It's really difficult. It feels like you're learning something new. You being in this Empress mode, you focusing on what you want, does not go with this group and this person. They're trying to take you down a notch, humble you, expose you in a way so you'll stop it. So you'll cut it out. So you'll stop being yourself. Stop speaking out. Stop learning. It looks like at this time in the past that you have learned how to work with your emotions. And it feels like this person being out of balance, it feels like they're trying to get you out of balance, to act out of character, to be in overwhelm. But you've learned a lot. You're much more steady in your emotions. This person and these people can't poke at you and get you in your emotions. It feels like that's how they controlled you in the past. They would poke at a wound, and you would be in overwhelm in your emotions and stop doing whatever you're doing and be victimized and be in your emotions. And that's how they were controlling you. And it feels like they're trying to do this, trying to knock you off your square, trying to poke at your wounds. That's not working. Trying to get you to stop going after whatever this is that you're creating, whatever you're focusing on, going after what you desire. It's just not working. It feels like everything, old ways that they used to be able to manipulate you, to get you to stop, to get you back in line, it's not working. You're learning a new way of being. It feels like you're starting over. Wow. All right. In this current energy, we've got the Page of Wands in reverse. Excuse me. This is some kind of emotional communication. Negative, like Eight of Cups in reverse. Someone can't walk away from. So it feels like there's someone from the past that can't let go, can't walk away from this. I'm getting this. I don't really even know what they're saying other than that kind of energy of and end scene. You're welcome. Okay. Anything? What's this message? Someone who can't walk away. They're very insecure. Whoever this is, they lack true strength, true confidence. This is someone very insecure. There's this new energy coming in. Oh boy. Holy cow. Okay. This is... All right. We've got this insecure way. But we've got this new energy coming in, this new excitement. This new energy coming in, it feels like it's hitting the collective. Shocking, new. All right, we've got a lot of characters here. Let's unpack this. Someone's feeling very insecure. They can't walk away from this. You know what's interesting is this energy feels like it's the Emperor reversed. It feels like it's someone, an insecure leader, insecure boss. We've got someone feeling confident, building, growing, expanding, finding abundance. I'm hearing empire building type of energy. So we've got, it feels like a masculine with the Emperor reversed that's in this, even though they're in this leadership position, they're an insecure leader. They want things to go their way. They feel very childlike, even though they might have a position of authority. They're very insecure. And what's interesting is, feels like you're showing up as the King of Pentacles. Very steady, very secure, very abundant. And then there's these toxic feminine energies, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands in reverse, both in reverse. And the Queen of Swords has her back turned as well. And between the two of them, they're plotting a justice reversed. Let me tune into this energy some more. An injustice. These don't have to be gendered the way I'm gendering them. I'm using the cards, but the energy is, it feels like toxic feminine energy. Feels like someone also in that insecurity. Someone... Yeah, boy, they feel very insecure. It's about a rich man and his thoughts reversed. Is the injustice. Oh, his thoughts coming out. Oh, the King of Pentacles. It feels like there's two toxic feminine energies. They might be family for some of you, like extended family. Some maybe it just feels there's a family. It feels personal. And it feels like they're telling, communicating, maybe through a pleasant letter, talking about a journey, a trip. It feels like they're spilling the beans about something a rich man said. It feels like if they tell you this news, it would be upsetting. And that's why they're doing it. They're trying to cause upset. Ooh, I don't like this. Feels plotty, like a plot. Like people who have nothing better to do in their life, so they just block other people's creations. Feels like they might reach out with an email or some type of communication. What is it that they're wanting to share? Okay. Oh, here's the communication. That's what's been coming in this whole time. An injustice. The me. They can't walk away from this. There's a lot of people in this energy. Negative ideas. Feels like they're coming in. Feels like they're trying to create harm. They're not coming in to be helpful. They're coming in to disrupt, to wound. That's what this is. In the past, that woundedness, what I was tuned into, it feels like someone was trying to get you back in your woundedness so you would stop learning, stop evolving, stop speaking your mind, stop speaking truths. And so it feels like this is a very similar energy by these feminine energies. It feels like they've appointed themselves some type of moral superiority over you. An established way of being. And there's something about how you're showing up in this energy. They're trying to cause harm. It feels like through words, through something hurtful. This feels like it's it feels like they believe because of their belief system that their behavior is justified. Even morally correct. There's something about, it might be a religious belief system. It doesn't feel like you're fitting into their belief systems. You're having success. You are stable. You are secure. But it doesn't compute with their worldview. That you would have this success, that you would find stability outside of this religion, cult, family, cult of family. This environment is very controlling, and the belief systems are that you will find success if you follow the dogmatic views of whatever the structure is. But you're not. You're following your own desires. You're grounded, you're abundant, you're stable. You have new energy coming in, new and it doesn't feel like you're talking to these people. It doesn't feel like it's a challenge for these people to get in your energy. I think you realize that these people aren't for you. They just want to control you. They want to control the narrative. These are very insecure people, very ruled by their fears. And there's something about how you're moving, how you're behaving that doesn't compute and disrupts their belief system. So instead of questioning their belief system, like, wow, what's going on here? Instead, they're holding on to the belief system and demanding that you fit into the limited beliefs. Whew. What's hidden is Ten of Cups in reverse. These people don't know how to find happiness. They're choosing to be disruptive. They don't know how to create what they want for themselves. They lack the confidence to create the world that they want. So instead, they block others. Crabs in a bucket type of mentality. Gatekeepers. Yeah, I'm miserable in this system, but it's the system that you can't, it's, okay. All right. So in what's hidden, they're choosing to be unhappy. It feels like the less you engage with this energy, the better. Be tactical. Don't give them any of your energy. Keep following your joy. Keep following the clarity. Keep following your excitement. Yeah, this feels like family. Six of Cups in reverse. Or it's family wounds, family pattern. Interesting. It keeps, there's someone speaking up to these people. I don't know if it's your energy. There's something here that I'm perceiving around someone younger in this group. That's why they're trying to. So whatever the story is, whatever the system, the very controlling system, whether it's religious, some type of family dynamic, very controlling, manipulative, you've got to toe the line. This is, it looks like you going your own way and finding success outside of what they say is the only system that's allowed, and you finding a lot of success outside of this family system does not compute. And it looks like there are younger people who are seeing the dysfunction in this group and seeing that you going your own way is successful. So you might be influencing, even if you're not intending to. It doesn't feel like you're communicating, but it feels like people are watching. Younger people, I'm getting a younger energy here. And you're showing something different. And it feels like these younger people or a young person, it could just be a child, just someone younger, is seeing that this group is hopeless, that there's a desperation. And so instead of dealing with and going within this hopelessness and desperation, they're trying to control and manipulate outside. It feels like this is taking some time to unravel, to as this comes to light. It doesn't feel like these toxic feminine energies trying to say something hurtful to you to get you back in line. It doesn't feel like they were able to really affect you in the past, and it doesn't feel like they can affect you now either. There's a rebalancing at hand. You've alchemized everything that they've thrown at you and been able to transmute it and change it and continue on. I keep getting that over and over from the past. It feels like ganged up on, you, trying to quiet you, trying to get you back in line. And despite the imbalances, you just kept finding your balance. You kept figuring things out. And even if you thought that no one was watching or paying attention to your shift, it looks like there's a lot of people attuned to your success since you've left that environment. You're like the rebel, and you're the first monkey to eat the red berry. And it feels like there are more monkeys, if you know that story, the 99th monkey or something like that, where you've shown that being outside of whatever this controlling structure is, that there is safety, there is abundance, there is joy, there is happiness, there's clarity on the other side. It doesn't feel like you're trying to convert or trying to get people to follow you, but it's having an impact. You just being yourself and going towards what you want, and being your authentic self is it feels like it's disruptive to the places that you left. All right, in the outcome and advice, there's something here about finances, about slow and steady. Feels like you're recognizing something that works and what doesn't work. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. And there's something here about loving what you do that feels very important. If you don't really love what you do and it's so you, then maybe you're switching to that, something that you really do love, so you don't have to work as hard. There's also, in the outcome and advice, it's talking about relationships where you're very limited, feeling fearful, comfort zone. It looks like in regards to romantic relationships and partnerships, they start out loving. This might be a cycle that you've been, and then they end. At least this one relationship, at least that I'm tuned into, it looks like it starts, it appears, it feels very loving. And then And then it feels like you're owned. You're caged. Surrounded by fear. It feels like you're a very capable person. But when you get in a relationship, the person wants you very diminished, wants you the smallest version, wants to own you. There's a controlling element to it. It's hard to leave because there's some type of comfort in that space. And so it feels like you've also learned how to leave that space, leave that nightmare of being owned, possessed within a relationship. So it feels like you've broken free of a lot of cages, and you're no longer allowing people to project their limitations, their ideas on you. Wow, very powerful. I can see why this is to fearful environments, fearful groups that are controlled, their behavior is controlled by fear. You breaking free, showing that you don't need to be in this relationship, also does not go. That you're able to glow up and succeed outside of this relationship, be much happier, much more stable, much more secure, also doesn't go. There's something about your independence that threatens this group. And there's several of the feminine energies that I'm seeing that are, and even this bad leader. That are trying to make it right, trying to make you wrong, and their way of perceiving correct. It's not working. It's a lot of wasted energy because their attention is outward instead of inward, towards where the change can happen. So they want to change places with you energetically. They want to feel the confidence. They want to feel balanced, happy, clear, free to be themselves, but they're insecure. They're too afraid. They're too afraid to make the moves that you've made. And it feels like they want you to give your attention back to them, even if it's negative. They don't know how to invest in and create and grow. They block. It's like these energies would go around and just clip any new sprouts, any new shoots in the garden. They would, their beliefs are so important to them. Their beliefs are more important than, it's taking them into and it has taken them into very toxic places. So they just block other people. They don't want people to succeed unless it's in the vein, under the umbrella of their belief system, because then they would be right, and then it's circular thinking. They don't want to see people succeed. They don't want to really find out what works and what doesn't work. They want their beliefs to be correct. And so they're willing to block everybody else, make everybody miserable until everybody is controlled and in fear. And yeah. And what's interesting is in the advice and outcome is the 10 of Cups. It feels like you're just choosing to be happy. I think you're aware of these energies, aware of the people that I'm talking about, aware that they can't change, and that you're not going to waste your time engaging with these energies. You're focusing on your happiness. You're choosing to be happy, which again irritates the bejesus. It doesn't feel like they can get your attention. They can't hook you in and pull you back in, pull you down back into this energy. You, wow, you rather be alone and say nope to these energies. You want to be somewhere where you don't have to be guarded against the people that are supposedly for you. You don't consider this as a loving environment for you. It was not loving and supportive, and so you're finding love and support elsewhere. There's something very powerful about you standing alone in your authority, focusing on what you desire. And it feels like they keep trying to get you to pull you back into this, and you're just noping all the way out. So, all right, I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.